been on in a minute, but I got a box of free books, and I need to go through them anyway and see which ones I'm keeping and which ones I'm not. So I decided to pop on live. Don't know if anyone can join me, but I don't have a video again for today. I didn't have one for Friday either. I usually do Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. So hi. Although I've been posting my reading every day, and I hope you can hear me. I don't think anyone's quite here yet, but I do have a fan on, and it kind of is sounding loud to me, so I'm wondering if that's coming through. Let me go find myself, and I will make sure people can see me. Hi if you're here. Still setting up as you do. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Let's turn that off. Okay. Alright, give me a second here. Alright, give me a second here. I think the audio is okay. Can anybody hear me? Alright, give me a second here. I think the audio is okay. Yeah, it's gonna echo for just a second, but I am off now. It's so funny seeing the lag, like, yourself when you're logged into your own live stream, but anyway, yeah, I went a little crazy at the free library and got a huge box. I did pick all these out, but I was kind of in a rush, so I'm gonna go through them. I've been loving getting the free Goodreads books. I've gotten over 100 free Kindle books, and I'm still getting the physical ones. I have one that I haven't even opened yet, and it's making me, like, even though I'm getting free books, like, it's making me want to buy books, which is not needed and not a great idea. So, yeah, I went by the book nonprofit that gives away free books and grabbed a bunch of free books. So, I think there's like 30-ish. Hi, if you're here, I have a huge box of books that I'm going to be going through, seeing if I want to keep, and just kind of seeing what they're about. Some of them I'm very excited for. Hi, if you're here, the number just jumped up. I've got a huge box of books over here, so we're going to go through what I've got. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I think you can, but there's a fan on, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, I have no idea what any of that stuff means, but hi for being the first commenter. Oh gosh, should I start with something obscure? Should I start with something that I know people have heard of for this box of books? Hi, number 2! Hi, Bridget! Let me go ahead and put this in perspective in front of the camera now that some people are here. Can everybody hear me? Is there an annoying fan noise in the background? If you can let me know, please do. Hi, Bridget. Oh, I already said hi to you, but I can say hi to you again. I'll start with something that is probably... Yay, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Yes, you can hear me. Lovely. So, I can just park myself here then and not worry about the fans, so that's fantastic. So, I've been... Now that people are here, so forgive me if you're watching this and it's a recap, but... Bullseye? Okay. I don't know, I'm seeing different messages in different orders. I don't know what's going on. I've been obsessed with books lately in a good way, but rather than buy them, I stopped by the nonprofit that I am involved with to get some free books and filled a whole box. So I'm going to see if I want to keep all of them, because I might not. need to be realistic about what I'm gonna read, she says, as she has 2,000 books in her library, but that's okay. Like, my personal, like, collection is spread throughout the house, but first section I went to was sci-fi fantasy. So quite a few of these are gonna be from there, and one of the ones I picked up, I have no idea how good this book is, but it's wait, oh, I thought it was Brian Sanderson, not Brandon Sanderson. I don't know what that means, but yeah, WoW is right, but I just picked the wrong author, so whoops, because I was like, wait, this looks like Sherlock Holmes, and this guy has, like, finger guns, so, like, this, is it Brandon Sanderson? It's Brian Sanderson that has all the, like, popular stuff right now, right? Wait, I'm so confused. It says Mistborn. It is him. It's Brandon Sanderson. It's a Mistborn novel. Okay, hold on. It says it right there. Do I have the right Sanderson? Oh my goodness. I think this is just a Mistborn. Okay. A Mistborn novel. The Stormlight Archive. Okay, so I do have the right Sanderson. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. But I want to desperately read this author and see if I like him. So sometimes I can't find the first book in a series for free, but I can find another book in the series. So I can at least read a little bit of the author and see if I should get the first book in the series or keep looking for the first book in the series. I feel so stupid, Bridget. Bridget's laughing at me and I'm laughing at me too. Okay, so I'm probably gonna, like, look at this one a bit, read it a little bit, and then, like, give it back. Because that's the beauty about non-profit, like, free library. You can just give the books back if you don't want them. Should we do a first sentence for these? I feel like maybe we should, although this is the second book, so... Alright, it's not a spoiler. The first sentence says, Wayne knew about beds. Alright. Not gripping me. I can't remember if I'm off to a rough start. I might even have the Mistborn first book. Hold on a second. What is going on? I should have had Goodreads up on my computer already. My laptop's over here. Why am I thinking Brian Sanderson now? Hold on. Mistborn. I feel like... Alright. Brandon is right. I do not have the first Mistborn book, but that was hilarious. The next sci-fi one that I found was one of the Jade City books. It's a chunker, but I wasn't gonna buy this series, but I've seen it all over BookTube, and people really like it. And again, I think it's the third, and I don't want to spoil anything for myself, but I wasn't really gonna, like, get into it anyway. It's like a magic system based on jade as, like, the element of magic or something. There's maps, so you know it's sci-fi fantasy. I think this is pure fantasy, but I could, wow, there's gonna be a lot of new words to learn in here. Some of them, though, kind of give you a wrap-up of previous books. Ew, this one smells kind of weird. I didn't do a sniff test on the other one. This is like a mild newspaper smell, so that bodes well for it. I forget what the full, like, plot was with this. Greenbone Saga. Maybe that's what it's called. I remember all of the books have the word jade in it, though. Some Harry Potter stuff. Is it, like, about something similar, or is it just kind of the thickness that you were commenting on? Because, man, this one's a lot. I didn't realize they were that big, and that's what she said. Okay, so the Double Hotel and Casino was an unlikely place to incite revolution. And then I see a lot of words that I don't recognize, but that's okay. again, if I like the writing, I may hold on to it and look for the other books. I just got a Kindle Unlimited free trial for 3 months to try as well, so maybe I can like not buy books through that and read them through that. I don't know though. I don't know if I could stare at it's my phone right now because I don't have a Kindle yet, but that's a long book. But I think this is definitely going to be a save. If I like the writing. I don't know. What else did I get there? Ursula Le Guin. I've been meaning to read her. Ursula K. Le Guin. This isn't one that was on my radar as a to be read. This is a book reading club. It's not really. I've just been doing a lot of for the Real Devil there. I just been doing a lot of like book content lately, and I had a huge box of them, so I'm unloading. I'm not in technically a book club right now, and all of the ones that I've tried, I've been the only one to actually read the book. So I like try to talk about it, like if we, you know, meet online especially, and it's just like nobody really read the book. So I'm mood reading right now like crazy. You know what, I am a collector, aren't I? How many books do you think you have? But this one, the back got me. On the planet Winter, there is no gender. The Jethenians can become male or female during each mating cycle, and this is something that humans find incomprehensible. I think I'm gonna like that, because I wish humans could comprehend more things. No offense to anybody who's here, but yeah, she's just been an author that I've really been meaning to read, and I think I have some others of her. I got a ton, about 100 and something. I've been going to a free book library place. It's like a whole building in my area for years, like since like 2010. So I've got over 2,000 in my house. I should do a full tour sometime. This is only the start. Ursula Le Guin. I know there's a couple really famous ones. Oh, I have a Wizard of Earthsea, and that's a series, but I haven't read it yet. Oh, I want to see what, Bridget, what you were talking about. Oh, the book clubs. Yeah. Yeah, the book clubs, it never seems to work. I mean, I don't know that I'm gonna stay this heavy into books. It's art and animals here, so it's like the art is different mediums for me. It was makeup heavy for a while, but I've always loved books, and that's just what I've been craving lately, so I've been shifting into that. I would love to get a community on here when, like, and we could, like, do a book club with, you know, not patrons, what are we? Viewers, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, it says we're all mad here. I don't know if you can see the bottom, but kind of feel like that on the Sunday Scaries days. This is going to be a keep at least until I decide, you know, after reading some of it. But I think that's going to be a keeper. Bridget, yeah, I heard recently that 1,000, I can't verify this right now, but like 1,000 books and you can be considered a library, and I keep track. I'm called the Lady Anna on Goodreads, and you'll see I have like books that I have but I haven't read yet, books that I have and I have read, books that I want to read. It's crazy. Speaking of the Lady Anna, where is that one? I don't know anything about this, but it's called Annie, and I'm the Lady Anna on Goodreads, so like this just kind of stuck out to me in the fiction section. Did you ever see the movie Inkheart? Oh my gosh, somebody else knows about Inkheart. Yes! I love that movie, mostly because Paul Bettany's in it, although I like everybody who's in it. But the book series, have you read the book series Inkheart? It's like, it's a book for book lovers. I'm so happy that somebody brought that up. I'm usually the only one that knows what that was. Oh my gosh, now you make me want to go read that again. So this is a novel. I didn't do a sniff test on this. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's like the old paperbacks smell. Love it, love it, love it. And I didn't do a first sentence test either. Oh gosh, it's one that has like a quote, and then although Inkheart does that too, though, and I loved it, so maybe it'll be okay. Dune did that too. First sentence, I'll make my report as if I told a story, for I was taught as a child in my homeworld that truth is a matter of the imagination. Oh my gosh, I want to read this tonight, I think. I know she's supposed to be a great author, so love that. And then this, it doesn't really say anything on the back. Yay, you've read it too. That's awesome. So it's a male author. As the novel opens, it is 1927 and Anna is 10 years old. Oh, it's a World War II book. That's usually really fascinating to me as well. Sniff test. This one smells weird too. What was the other one that smelled weird? This one. This is a different weird smell than this is a different weird smell. I don't understand that at all, but I don't like it so much. Anna Moser is 10 years old. Well, it already told us that, so that's the first sentence on this one. I like the title and I'm curious. So for now, it's going in the keep pile. I think this is going in the definitely keep pile. But I mean, obviously, when I read them, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Neverending Story is another great one too. Also, The Princess Bride. If you've read it, it's confusing. I think it's that one where they like say that the author is a fake author and that's the name on the book, but it's like, I don't know, it's a little bit of a mind twist, but yeah, Neverending Story is a great book and movie as well. Absolutely wonderful. And the book is longer, and I think they did make a second movie for Neverending Story, but it wasn't as good. I don't think the second half of the book was as good either. Alright, and then I've been doing book unboxings, unbaggings, whatever, because I've entered literally thousands of the Goodreads giveaways. And I found one of the books in the giveaway list that I really wanted. I may still get that giveaway. I don't remember when all of them end, because they have them in there like good for a month. So like I might not see it until November 1st or something, you know. Imagination, wow, history, really good. What book were you referring to, Bridget? Ever seen the movie The Ninth Gate? I have not seen that one, but I do like Johnny Depp. Anyway, the Goodreads one, I just saw a quote from the front. The House in the Cerulean Sea, which I feel like I've heard about on BookTube. I've just been watching a lot of BookTube. I think that's helping me get addicted to the books again as well. Also, I just really need the escapism right now from like life. A Magical Island, A Dangerous Task, A Burning Secret. An Enchanting Love Story. Cool. I think this is fairly new, and I'm excited because even the title just got me, and we'll see. It's fiction. Oh, 2020 it came out. Some things just kind of have a second life online, though. I mean, I just read ACOTAR this year, and yes, I'm one of the people that I'm like, this changed my brain. It smells like newspaper, but if you stored it in your spice cabinet, I don't understand that one, really. The first sentence, oh dear, Linus Baker said, wiping the sweat from his brow. This is most unusual. Sorry, I accidentally read further and I have to read it. That was an understatement. He watched in rapt wonder as an 11-year-old girl named Daisy levitated blocks of wood high above her head. Oh, so it's a fantasy too. I love it. Oh, V.E. Schwab, which is another author I really want to read. Her blurb says, I loved it. It's like being wrapped up in a big gay blanket. Simply perfect. Alright, this is a definite keep, at least until I figure out what the heck is going on with that one. Comments. I'm a video game collector, movie collector, books and toys. You know, I think those things kind of, like, go together. Like, people that like, books, often like video games and like collectibles and stuff that go along with that. I mean, there's like heavy hardcore gamers and heavy hardcore like readers, but I think there's a lot of overlap there. Halloween and Christmas are awesome and everybody loves Disney books. I'm a Halloween person. I'm not a Christmas person because bad history, but I'll get through it somehow. Halloween's fun though. There's no like bad memories associated with that. Sorry, Bridget, I'm a little behind. You said that's a good one too. Did you mean Cerulean Sea? Princess Bride. Oh, good. Okay, so you did look at that one. You said that's romance. I think it did say that. Enchanting love story. I don't know if that necessarily means like it's a romance, but it seems like there's romance in it. Let me read a little bit of the back. Linus Baker is a by-the-book caseworker in the Department in charge of magical youth. At 40, he lives in a tiny house with a devious cat and his old records for company, but his quiet life is about to change. I think there might be a romance between the main character and so he goes to an orphanage where there's 6 dangerous magical children, and the master of the orphanage, it sounds like they get closer and closer, which is book speak for they're gonna have a romance. So I guess there is some romance in this as well as, you know, magic, which it's just right up my alley right now. I love that. All right, let's see. There's 3 never-ending movies. Never-ending story movies. I don't think I've ever seen the 3rd one. 100%. I'm a Halloween person too, yeah. Yeah, just similar artwork sometimes. I like that. Oh, thank you, Real Devil, for subscribing. Yeah, I've really been trying to grow the channel, but like, it's going so slowly, but the lives sometimes like help. So I didn't have my video for today, so I decided to go for it. Alright, the rest is kind of scattered in here, so I'm not sure. I think it's all fiction, but it might not be fantasy. Where do I want to go next? I don't know. I don't know if this anybody's... Okay, this is someone that people are gonna know. I love Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings too. I think that's like my favorite like story of all time. It's not necessarily my favorite writing, although mad props, but like when those I did see the first movie in what, like year 2000 or 2001 for Lord of the Rings before I read it, and then I was just bam obsessed. I read every book. I read some of the Lost Tales. I read the Silmarillion like 3 times. Total Lord of the Rings nerd. Total Lord of the Rings nerd. Huge. Love it. And in the Round Table with Merlin. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these fantasy stories are related to each other because we've read so much fantasy, you know, and they're all like inspired by older works, especially Lord of the Rings. You see that all the time. Kind of like Twilight. The romance that's like part of the story. Oh, that's okay, Real Devil. You don't have to apologize for Christmas. I'm glad you like it. I know a lot of people that have, you know, a lot of trauma around that. So I found a book by Louisa May Alcott that I hadn't heard of before. It's called The Lost Summer. Oh no, are you guys backwards? Oh, well, let me see. That's gonna suck if you can't read the titles. You look backwards to me. I'm sorry if it's backwards for you. I didn't think about that. This is an uncorrected proof. And are you serious? The Lost Summer of Louisa May Alcott by Kelly O'Connor McNeese. Louisa. I thought the cover looked a little modern. Oh my goodness. And it mentions Little Women on the back, so I thought it was that Louisa May Alcott. This is supposed to be, it's fiction. I don't care then. A fictionalized account of Louisa May Alcott? Am I saying that right? I don't really want this now. She wrote Little Women. There's also she wrote a book called Little Men as well that most people hadn't heard of, and I have it and I haven't read it yet. Let me see. I'm so dumb. I mean, I was kind of like this looks interesting and this looks interesting. I had a teenager with me and I was trying not to like take too much time, although he was really nice about it. But okay, the book formerly known as By Louisa May Alcott. I'd rather read a biography about her than a fictionalized Lost Summer book. So this is gonna go back. Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed about that. The Last Dragon Lord, Joanne Burton? I don't know that. Bridget, thank you for telling me I'm okay. It's not as dumb as I thought. I don't know. That's pretty dumb. Considering that's the second author that I at least thought I screwed up. The third Neverending Story has Jack Blackstar in it. Oh, I thought it was like the first one was like the 80s or something, wasn't it? I thought it was like an older movie. I guess Jack Black is older than me. I don't know. I'm 43. Okay. Let me make sure I have the author right here. Jasper Faford. There is a book I read, or have been meaning to read, and the last name is Faford. Oh, okay. It's called The Eyre Affair. And it's based on Jane Eyre somehow. Not this book. I love Jane Eyre, so I got that. It's been sitting in my library, I guess literally, for years. But this one's called The Dragon Slayer, and I've been addicted to dragons lately in my fantasy books. This might be middle grade or YA. Let's see. It is Jasper, I'm going to say it Faford. I know it's probably just Ford or something, but I like to say it Faford. Oh, I also have a book by him called Shades of Grey, not 50 Shades of Grey. I don't even know what that one's about. I want to try authors and then I grab a bunch of books by them and then I barely read anything. Alright, I won't go into the one that isn't this one. This one even has a dragon tail on the back, so there's got to be actual dragons in it, right? Yeah, the font is like big enough that I think it might be YA. And I hate when there's not actually a blurb on the back. I'm sorry, it's backwards for you. Let's see. It smells like a book that someone wrote in with Sharpie marker. But I don't see any marks in here. It's just weird. First sentence, it looked set to become even hotter by the afternoon, just when the job was becoming more fiddly and needed extra concentration. Well, no dragons in the first, Oh, thank you, Bridget, for subscribing. Yeah, I thought it was in the 80s. Treasure Island is good, too. Was that the book that I didn't like, though? No, I liked the book Treasure Island. I did not like the book Swiss Family Robinson. It was awful. Hopefully I read, like, the original version or something. So we still have no idea what this is about. The front cover says, in the good old days, magic was indispensable. It could both save a kingdom and clear a clogged drain. Useful. But now magic is fading. Drain cleaner is cheaper than a spell, and magic carpets have been reduced to pizza delivery. 15-year-old foundling, Jennifer Strange, love that, runs Kazam Mystical Arts Management. But she's 15. An employment agency for magicians. But it's hard to stay in business when magic is drying up. Okay, I think this is, oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is the next sentence. And then the visions start, predicting the death of the world's last dragon at the hands of an unnamed dragon slayer. So is she gonna save the dragon? Keep. I really need to read that author. I mean, come on. I don't think the Air Affair is YA, but I've been wrong more than once on this live stream, so you know how that goes. Okay, another one people have probably heard of. I got a Murakami book. I don't think I tried Murakami before. Who wrote A Little Life? Was that him? Hold on a second. I don't think that was him. Her? I don't actually know. Alright, I have 1Q84 listed as do not want to read on my Goodreads. So maybe I tried to read Murakami. Am I even saying it? Yeah, Murakami, and I failed. Or I hope, maybe I just didn't like the writing. I hope I don't have another book that I'm not going to like the writing. There's a Goodreads giveaway for this right now, though, which means it's probably, oh, it's a dude, okay. It's probably, is it new? New-ish? Fiction. Murakami is another author that, like, a lot of people really like and recommend, so, and he's certainly written a lot of stuff. Hold on, I'm off of the screen where I can see all the comments. Holy crap, a lot of comments, I'm so sorry. Do you have The Secret Garden? Yes, that's one of my beloved books, too. I think we would be friends in real life. I love dragons, too, and griffins. Griffins are really cool. Got to keep that one. Yeah, the forward one. Yeah, absolutely, I'm keeping that one. Did you ever see the movie Rose Red, the horror movie Stephen King? Okay. Stephen King, I have a love-hate relationship with because a couple of his books I read and hated them because they were so gross. But if they were able to get that kind of guttural, gross reaction out of me, that's a good writer. Because they're able to, like, you know, fully gross you out. And not, it wasn't just, well, some of his scenes were gross just to be gross, but I haven't met a Stephen King book yet that I loved, but I have hella respect because he's so popular, and, you know, if you're into that kind of, like, horror trope, it's perfect, but I just, I don't know what I want to do. Wow, this book is, the Murakami book is extremely small print. It smells like newspaper if you kept it in a spice cabinet. I don't know what that smell is. This looks like it's gonna be really complicated, and the pages are, like, curved, so I'm having trouble getting it. Oh boy, okay, I can't even read this chapter title on YouTube. Yeah, okay, this is already a little weird for me. Now or later, if someone has read Murakami, I feel like I say that name different every time, and knows anything about this book, let me know, because while I'm no longer a romance snob, and I've kind of really been enjoying, like, cute, funny romances lately for that escapism that I mentioned, like, if you're gonna be a little gross about it, yeah, like, there's already sexual content and not in a good way. But then they're making spaghetti? What? Okay, I'm a little confused, and it says dreamlike, so maybe it's not supposed to make sense right away. However, apparently I tried this him before, and I didn't like it. So, do I want to just redonate it if I'm getting bad vibes from it already, and I haven't even fully looked into it? Maybe the author's just not for me. I'm gonna put it... The Brandon Sanderson book is like a read a little bit and see. I'm gonna put the Murakami in that pile. It's not the goof up with Louisa May Alcott, but it's... I don't think I'm gonna like it. Let me see. Sleepy Hollow, I think I read. It's like a short story, isn't it? I love Marvel in DC Doctor Strange. Yeah, and then like the name in here was the last name was Strange. It made me think of that too. Stephen King, I'm assuming you're talking about. Yes, definitely excellent writer. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, it's a good writer if you're into that kind of book. And like, I can do like psychological horror kind of. Sometimes. It depends what triggers there are. Oh, there's a book of Sudoku in here. I don't have to look through that. I'm just gonna keep it. I haven't been counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if you include Sudoku. But I'm not keeping 1. Possibly 3. I don't know. Okay. Okay, here's another one that I didn't need and people will recognize. This is one of the Witcher books. I have a whole series of the Witcher content. I am going chapter by chapter for the first book, depending on your, like, depending what kind of reader you are. The first book is The Last Wish. However, The Last Wish is also a prequel. And Blood of Elves is considered, like, the first Witcher official book. But there's The Last Wish... Oh my gosh, I can't talk. The Last Wish, Sword of Destiny? Sword of Destiny are 2 short story books. And then we get to this one. The Witcher's coming out with their 4th season at the end of October, I believe. And everybody's in an uproar because of the lead actor change. I am one of those people, but I am going to give it a chance. It's probably going to be terrible, but in case it's terrible, I want to know what happens in this series or what's supposed to happen. So that's why I started, I actually reread The Last Wish, but I haven't posted all the stuff about it yet. And I was hoping to get farther in and post, and then life exploded and I couldn't. But I got another copy of this because I have a really nice set of all of the Witcher books except the one that's about to come out, and I might just like read and mark up a different one and keep my nice set. Is that silly? It's probably silly. It's probably overkill. More like a psychological book, maybe. Yeah, I love Phoenix as well and Sea Creatures. Me too. And R.L. Stine, yeah, that I'm nostalgic about that, but I'm also kind of horrified that I read it as young as I did. So I don't need this, but I saw it for free and I was like, yoink. So keep for now. We'll see. It may end up, I might end up giving it to somebody or just donating it. Oh my gosh, what's wrong? I need some water. Sorry, Bridget, I'm trying to like finish my thought before I forget, and then I get to your comment and then I forget immediately what I just said. I hope I'm making sense. Okay, this is kind of different. This is apparently called Elephant Walk by someone called Robert Standish. This is an old book, and they always smell amazing. I didn't do a sniff test for Blood of Elves, but oh, this smells like Grandma's closet, but also like an old book. So it smells really good. The elephant people will not like it. I have no idea what this is about, and often I don't read the old ones because I don't want them to fall apart. But I love elephants, and it just kind of grabbed me, so I was like, okay, I'll see what it is and then decide later. The back is kind of like, it's an excerpt from the editor. He's talking about liking books because the smell of books. I literally just smelled the book. But that's not from the author. What the heck is this? Elephant Walk. This book is from 1949. So, like, do you read it or do you just keep it as a collectible? Do I have room for collectibles? Absolutely not. But would I make more room? Yes. Because I am crazy like that. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite stories because it's so bonkers, but it's so symbolic. Obviously, I have an Alice in Wonderland shirt on right now. So that and Wizard of Oz are two of my favorite stories. The Wizard of Oz book, though, is creepy as hell, and it is not a kid's book. Do not give a child the Wizard of Oz series. It is weird and, like, not in a good way. I didn't like it. Carmilla, I just read. Are you looking at my Goodreads and asking me about books that I read? I literally just read that this year. R.L. Stine is good, but man, I haven't read any of theirs, his, hers, I don't know, in a long time. Interview with the Vampire is beautifully written, and then the series just goes bonkers. I love the old movie. I haven't seen the new one yet. Yeah, Interview with the Vampire is, yeah, both of you like that. Mothballs, kind of, oh, it's more like old coats. Does that make any sense? Maybe it is mothballs. I just don't know what the smell is. But it smells good. What is the first sentence? I don't even know what this is. That's a prologue. Is there an actual, like, where's the first chapter? What the hell? Is that still the prologue? Chapter 1. Okay. A tired horse picked its way carefully along the narrow trail, which led around the swelling shoulders of Ratnagala Peak. I want elephants. I know it's just the first sentence, but... The front flap says, the elephant people will not like it. That's what a native prophesied gloomily when George Carey's father built the great teak mansion across the Elephant Trail, a symbol of affluence and power throughout Ceylon? Ceylon. How do you say that? This might be an old, like, colonizers out of their element kind of thing, like, in another part of the world. It sounds like maybe they're British. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things going on that aren't explaining to me what this is about, but for now it's a keep. For now it's a keep. The Witcher is cool. Very. Let's go back to it. It smells like nothing, which is very strange, actually. The town was in flames is the first sentence. I mean, I listened to The Witcher audiobooks through book 4. But I'd only read The Last Wish in print. Now I've read it twice, and I have a bunch of videos for the chapters that I still need to edit, and then I have the last 4 chapters to record, and I haven't done it yet. And at this point, I'm gonna have to reread it to remember what even happened. But I'm like comparing it to the show and stuff. I don't know. Anything else popular right away? No. No? Okay. Alright, the rest I'm going to need your help with, because I have no idea if they're going to be good or not, but they attracted my attention for reasons I will explain. Unless I forget why I grabbed them, and then we'll see. Hello? Okay. Look at this cover, and it's called Raven Black. That is so cool with the feathers. Duncan Laurie Winner Dagger Award. I have no idea what that is. It says it's a thriller, and it also says the author's name is Anne Cleves, which there was like a Princess of Cleves classic that I read in college, I think. Sherlock Holmes is amazing. What series do you like the most? I forget who the original... Was there an original Sherlock Holmes actor? I don't know. This chilling enough to freeze the blood. Raven Black begins on New Year's Eve with a lonely outcast named Magnus Tate, who stays home waiting for visitors who never come. But the next morning, the body of a murdered teenage girl is discovered nearby, and suspicion falls on Magnus. Okay. Okay, Anne Cleves is just a British lady. Doesn't really say much more about her. Snip test. This one is slightly less mothball-y than the old book. But it smells like it was in a box in a closet for a while, but it's a newer book, which could be entirely possible because it was donated. So maybe it's been in a box for a while. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it smells like to me. It's set on Shetland Island, which I only have heard of because of Shetland ponies. First sentence, 20 past 1 in the morning on New Year's Day. That's it. That's not a sentence. Okay. I haven't been in the mood for thrillers lately, except I did just pick up the new Dan Brown book. He's like my comfort author. Don't come for me. Except I've hated some of what he's written. Anyway, I'm gonna try this kind of like the last one and just see. I'll see. This one I picked up because of the piano on the cover. Looks like a romance. It's another advanced copy, not for sale. Irresistible, a memorable story of timeless love. Okay. Over time, over distance, overseas. Is that whole thing the title or just overseas? I don't know. Never heard of it, but it's like the piano with like stars on it. That's kind of cool. So the deal with advanced copies or uncorrected proofs is that you're not supposed to quote from them because they're not out yet and they may change a little bit. So I just kind of think that's fun if you're like in with that. And a lot of the Goodreads giveaways I've won, which has been, I've won 16 or 17 of them. I have most of them already, but not all of them yet. And October 1st is going to be a huge day for free books on Goodreads. There's a million things being given away then. So if you're interested in getting free books, go sign up before October 1st so you can get like the onslaught. Okay, let's see what's going on. Oh, this one smells good. I can't explain it. It smells like the nonprofit that I got it from. I can't explain it. It's not quite newspapery, but it's good. It's like maybe it's older than I think. The first sentence just says, the rain beat steadily through the night and into the meager dawn. That sounds very stereotypical, but it sounds like it's a romance. Oh, here we go. When 20-something Wall Street analyst Kate Wilson attracts the notice of the legendary Julian Lawrence at a business meeting, no one's more surprised than she is. Alright. Is it kind of annoying to you if, like, it's, like, if you kind of know already who the romance is going to be between? Like, I've kind of enjoyed books where there's, like, a couple possibilities and you don't quite know. There's not a romance section for taller fiction books, because we get so many through, we just kind of put them all on like a general fiction shelf. Although for the little ones, we do have a separate shelf for romance. So I don't know if this would technically be a romance only, or if there's other stuff going on in here. It's kind of looking like it's just a romance. I don't know, I've been reading romances lately, but something about this just kind of seems more like dull to me. So it's just timeless love, and there's like stars in there. What if they like die and they still love each other? Oh my gosh, like they come back from the dead or something. I'm totally making all this up. I have to see what that's like and at least read a little bit of it. I saw one of my favorite booktubers do like a read a chapter challenge, and I loved that, so maybe I'll just like read a chapter of it. Did you ever see... Yeah, it's not a mystery, apparently, if you were talking about that one. I thought maybe it would be as well. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You know, I love Sean Connery, and I feel like I saw that movie, but I don't remember if I really did, or what it's about. I thought I saw a comment about Narnia, which is one of my favorites as well. I think I've said that like 20 times, but yes, they're all my favorites. But it looks like that's taken back. Coffee. I could go for coffee, but it's late. There's nothing better than like coffee in a book. I don't know. Never seen the movie James and the Giant Peach. I haven't seen the movie. I think I have the book and I just haven't read it. Okay, here's another one that just grabbed my attention. Look at that cover. The Deep Sky. I try to look for typical new book looking things, because I've been watching BookTube for like new book recommendations, but the nonprofit only gets them until people donate them. So it would have to be a new book that they read, didn't want donated like right away. So sometimes I'll get like backlist new books. I mean, I got the first Akasar there, although that's been around since 2015. It's just popular right now. Anyway, The Night Sky, a novel. I've never heard of this author. Veronica Roth just said it's a great time. I feel like this might have fantasy elements, but that's just me. A fresh take on the generation ship and on the dilemma between abandoning Earth and prolonging humanity. I remember why I picked this up. I think it's a sci-fi about, it is the eve of Earth's collapse. One ship carries humanity's last hope, 80 elite individuals who will birth a generation in space. But halfway to the new planet, a bomb kills 3 crew members. There's a bit of a mystery, sounds like a bit of a thriller, and sci-fi. This is a keep. Whew. Maybe they just smell like the box that I had them in, I don't know. This one's a little more like paper and inky smell, but also like storage smell. There's maps. I just read, it's considered YA, but it didn't feel very YA. It wasn't adult like content or anything, but it was called Across the Universe, which is a shout out to the Beatles song, and it was very much like what this is saying it is, where it was like, you know, humans in space because they had to leave Earth and they're trying to like get somewhere, and shenanigans happen. Alright, chapter 1 in this one. What is this called again? The Deep Sky. There were many things Asuka did not consider when she agreed to travel from one sun to another. Aww. She's like talking about stuff she's gonna miss from Earth. I think it was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy that really made me think about like what I'd miss from Earth if I had to leave it all of a sudden. I got beamed up somewhere. Yeah, this is exciting. I could go for this like very soon. Moby Dick. Okay, Moby Dick. I tried to read this book like 3 times, and I love whales. I love the name Ishmael, and I just couldn't keep going with it. I know I should read it because it's a classic. I know a lot of people don't like it. I like the concept of searching for the white whale. Like, I understand that whole, symbolism, but I could not read that book. The one with the vampire with Sherlock Holmes. That sounds vaguely familiar. And Bridget agrees with me again. We would probably be friends in real life as well. Okay, this next one I got just for the cover because I love horses. Look at that. It's like a forest or something, like in the horse head. I love that. Oh, the back is cool too. Okay, that's literally, I judged this book by the cover. It is called Murder in the Gilded City. Never heard of the author, but that's fine. It's also short, although it's tall. Snip test. Whoa! Oh my gosh. That is grandmother's perfume. Oh, why? Why? This must have been sprayed. Or like grandmother's potpourri. Very strong kind of floral smell. Oh, I hope that doesn't ruin it for me. Okay, because I really like this cover. A violent attack threatens to put a damper on tourist season in the affluent city of Saratoga Springs, New York. Okay. Police are making arrests. There's a... Okay. That's weird. My favorite movie, Misery. I'm your #1 fan. I don't know what you mean with the Jason X stuff. Is that like horror? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're talking about horror. Beam me up, Scotty. Wait, what are you talking about for Beam me up, Scotty? I was waiting for you to comment on the smell because you suggested that. Oh my god, I can smell it from here. Oof, I'm gonna have to how do you get rid of smells in books? My favorite movie, Misery. I'm your #1 fan. LOL. I don't know what that I don't know if you mean me or the movie Misery. I don't think I saw that one. I don't really want to be miserable right now though. Like I said, I had that love-hate relationship with Stephen King. It's just weird. I am gonna try to get to the first sentence of this. It smells so off. Jesse is halfway across Union Avenue when he hears the engine rev. It just says Union Ave instead of Avenue, and I just read it as Avenue. Isn't that kind of weird? Oh, it mentions the COVID pandemic, so it's gotta be pretty recent. Um, 2021. So that was like COVID season 2, I think. Because it started in 2020. Oh, Saratoga Racetrack. Oh, it is gonna be horses. Oh. Oh my gosh, I used to read like the Black Stallion books and some other horse racing books when I was little. I don't particularly like the horse racing industry, but I love this cover. It's making me nostalgic. Nostalgic? Is that whatever I said? But I can't stand the smell of it. Oh, maybe I can air it out a little bit. What's going on in the comments? The roots of are they roots or are they? I think they're trees. They could be either one, really. That's amazing. I love this. I might just keep it to put it on the shelf, cover out. Elizabeth Taylor Diamond. What are you talking about? Another horror story, yeah. A Resurrection Bride, Here You Go, a zombie book we made up. I'm a little dumb, guys. I'm sorry. I guess the roots would come from the top and go down? I don't know. I love this. I just don't like the smell of it. I'm the one let the comment for Narnia. Yeah, I thought you made a comment about Narnia, but then it looked like it got redacted, and I don't know why. I didn't do anything to it. There's like, I don't know, 8 more books in here. I've been going for an hour so far. Okay. This is called The God of Small Things. There's a lot of fiction titles that have like the something of small things. And I can't keep them apart. So I grabbed this. There's nothing on the back, so that's helpful. Don't really, I think I recognize the author. I know it's backwards. I'm sorry. But let's see what this is about, because I think I had some clue. Oh, the year is 1969 in the state of Kerala in the southernmost tip of India. A sky blue Plymouth with chrome tail fins is stranded on the highway. Blah, 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 blah. There's a lot in that sentence. Okay. So I saw that it was based in India, and I think that got me interested enough to take it for consideration. 1997. And then let's see the first sentence. The first chapter is called Paradise, Pickles, and Preserves. May in Ayamanem is a hot brooding month. It might be an Indian city, if they're already in India. There's a lot of like settings set up here where they're talking about where she is. I kind of like descriptive books though, so I'm gonna give it a try at some point. Oh, this one smells bad too. It smells like makeup that went bad. What am I gonna do? Ew, I don't like that. Have you ever had to return a book for the smell? Oh, Elizabeth Taylor Diamond perfume. Yeah, that might be it. That might be it. Sorry, I didn't know what that was right away. Modern. The smell of the book. This smells like the book went bad. Like, yeah, I don't like that. I couldn't read it if it still smelled like that. I've heard a recommendation that if you put books in the freezer, it can get rid of smell. It can also stop mold, like, or water damage. Like if, it's an old library trick from a friend of mine that works in like a, well, old, like, not just library, but like archives, like old books. So I may try putting them in the freezer and seeing if that helps at all. But this makeup smell and then this Elizabeth Taylor perfume one, I could not hold those up to my face and read those as it is right now. Alright. This one just says theft, the author, and then stories. So I thought it might be short stories. And there's a woman here that might be in the Caribbean or even Africa based on the clothing. So I was kind of hoping, like, that one was from India. Like, I was kind of hoping this one might be from a different place that's not westernized. But that's not, like, the US or... I mean, England still feels like I'm expanding my mind, but a lot of the books published are from one of those two countries, so it's kind of hard. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Losing something is never easy, whether it's luggage, love, or the dream of something better. But it's even harder when someone takes it from you. These 5 seductive tales, ooh, rendered with striking grace and subtlety, travel across continents, To show men and women striving to regain what has been stolen. I wonder if this is triggering, though. Lovecraft, I've only read Cthulhu. I liked that version of... Is it horror or sci-fi, though? I don't know. He's kind of a horror writer, right? I liked it. Okay, so it says 5 seductive tales, but there's 6 listed here. Oh, reading group guide. Sorry. The last one, it must be for a book club that I'm never going to be in. All right, the side of this actually looks a little stained. Oh, there's a card in the middle of it. Oh, somebody was reading it and stopped right here. I love when we find things in the donated books, though. Okay. Oh, this is good smelling, but in a completely different way. How do I describe this smell? It's not the typical, newspapery book smell. I don't know how to describe it, but it smells good. It smells good. I like reading short stories sometimes because you feel like you've, accomplished something, almost like you finished a book in a very short time. How do I describe the smell? It just smells good, and I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The first story is called... Wait. Huh? Oh, okay. The book is called Theft. That is the 3rd story. So I went to what I thought was the first story, and it says Theft, but that's book name. First one's called Pearls to Swine, based in Western Europe, summer of 1980. A weaker person than myself might have been changed by so much rudeness. It's making me want to read more of it. By what happened in the garden, but I'm still the same. Okay, this is a keep. The edges make me a little, nervous, although I just put it up to my face, 8 times. I don't know what my piles are over here right now, but that's a definite keep until I figure out what it is. Okay, I'm gonna wait on this one for a minute. This one, and that one. Okay. Okay, here. Maybe I thought this said small thing. Okay, The Secret of Lost Things. This is the god of small things. There's lots of things in the titles. Small things, wonderful things, lost things. There's so many. Yes, it is a keeper. Yeah. I wonder where the stories are based, the other stories. Okay, they have it on the... I want to find out who the woman on the front is supposed to be, but I probably won't be able to. Indian Ocean Coast for that last story. Thank you so much, you guys, for staying. A city to the south. Is it the south of the US, or maybe we're not supposed to know? I don't know. Oh, they're in that 3rd one. Or something. Sorry if this is boring, I'm just trying to find the beginning of this one. A kingdom to the north. Okay, we're not going to learn much about where they are. Okay, but The Secret of Lost Things, a novel. This, I believe, is a book about books, which we were talking about earlier with Inkheart. Or am I completely wrong? No, I'm not. Okay, the back is at 18 years old and completely alone. Rosemary arrives in New York from Tasmania with little other than her love of books and an eagerness to explore the city. Taking a job at a vast, chaotic emporium of used and rare books called the Arcade, she knows she has found a home. But when Rosemary reads a letter from someone seeking to place a lost manuscript by Herman Melville, we were just talking about Moby Dick, the bookstore erupts with simmering ambitions and rivalries. Okay, I'll have to keep this. Including actual correspondence by Melville, The Secret of Lost Things. Oh, that's the book title. I'm so dumb. Okay, I thought maybe they were mentioning an actual work by him, but no, they're not. It's talking about the book, even though that's in the middle of the summary of what the book is. Why didn't they separate that out? That was weird. I'm so glad you're enjoying this, Bridget. I was just gonna, like, talk to my cat when I did this anyway, so I'm like, why not talk to the camera? And I have a video. There's another card in here. It's the same kind of card, just a different color. I wonder if, like, these were donated by the same person. Although I don't think I took any that were next to each other. It doesn't matter. How often do you come on? Wait, let me make sure I got all of them. I'm glad you're really enjoying this. Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. I have 2 Arabian Nights story collections, and hi Indom edits. I'm gonna call you edits. And I haven't read either of them. I know it was just, like, told stories, but, like, I don't know what the original for the Arabian Nights stories, like Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, like, I don't know where the original source is. How often do I come on? So I was posting 3 times a week. I haven't been live in a couple months, but if I have a project to do like this, I enjoy coming on and just doing it live, you know, and the vertical live seems to get more people coming in and out, so I like that. So normally I've been posting some kind of art related lately, usually book related, on Tuesday or Sunday, and then animals on Friday, because I have a lot of exotic animals. But I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be live is. I've been posting reading vlogs every day this month. It's gonna be less next month, but I enjoy posting about my reading, so sorry, there's a bug on the floor and I get distracted easily. So I hope to be on more, and I'd love to have, like, a regular chat with people that like this stuff. So I'd love to see you again if you come back for another one. You used to post once a week, but you post once a week, but you used to post 3 to 4 times a week. Yeah, I never finished that story where, like, I was posting 3 times a week, no problem, with shorts in the morning and you know, like, a lot of different things, and then my life completely flipped upside down, honestly, when the new administration got elected and changed federal jobs for the worse. I almost got fired twice and got put twice into a job that is extremely stressful, including right now. So for pure survival, I haven't been able to post as much, and I enjoy it when I do, and I love when there's, like, you know, a conversation going. You fell off hard as well, if for real, yeah. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys were all here. Okay, so back to this. This sounds not similar to Inkheart, but where it's, like, about books in a book, where it references certain authors specifically. So Herman Melville, I don't know, Devil, if you're coming in and out. Oh my god, there's another bug. What is going on? Hey, get out of here. It's like an ant this time. Let me do a sniff test before I get interrupted again. Okay, this just smells like an old book. It's not as old as that elephant one. Sorry, I keep moving around, but it's hard to sit on the floor. So not as old as this one, but an old book. Maybe, like, from the 80s? Let me see. 2007. I was wrong. Wait, maybe that's just this book. No, 2007. Okay. That's okay. I'm excited about this one too. I'm excited about the stories. I don't even remember the first books that we did, except for my giant fails, but let me read the first sentence in this. It even has books in the book. I was born before this story starts. Then why are you telling it? I was born before the story starts, before I dreamed of such a place as the arcade, which I love that name for a bookstore, by the way, before I imagined men like Walter Geist existed outside of fables, outside of fairy tales. Wait, is that a character that I don't know about in a fairy tale? This is gonna make me feel dumber, isn't it? Okay, I love the way that this is being written. Wait, she's talking about Australia. Is the author Australian? Is there a thing about the author? There's just a picture on the back. This is gonna be literary, and she's in a bookstore, and it's a book. Yes. Keep. I'm still here. I accidentally channel surfed. That's okay. Thanks for coming back. I love the 80s. I was born 1980. July 4th, really? In the US, that's a major holiday. I was born 1981. So you're a little older than I am. Okay, I have 3 more, and then I grabbed some romances, and I'm probably going to regret it, but whatever. I can always redonate. This one is simply called Caged, and it is a thriller, right? Yeah, there's a blurb by Lisa Gardner, who is a prolific thriller writer, and it's good. I like, I've read a couple of her books, I think. Equal parts Kathy Reichs and Thomas Harris. Thomas Harris wrote Silence of the Lambs. Oh, is this a horror? Oof. Okay. I don't know if I can read all of this, but the front flap says, in a residential Washington, D.C. neighborhood, a young woman's body is found in the basement of an abandoned house. We're just gonna ... over that, along with the video footage of a dark and deadly ritual. Okay, there's gonna be trigger warnings for this. I don't know the trigger warnings yet. I'm gonna have to be careful reading it, but like I said, I can do disturbing. I just don't like disgusting, which is more Stephen King-esque. Well, both, I think, for him. But I can do disturbing, but not disgusting. Anyway, this is like a thriller, maybe even a little horror put in, depending on like how they resolve this. The DC police cruiser idled on an empty residential street. Okay, that's the first sentence. I don't really care about that. Officer Wilson Tooby? Tooby. Looks like Toby, but it has an extra O. Sipped his scalding coffee. Okay. And squinted in the early morning light. This sounds like a stakeout. Let me see. Did I ever hear of George R.R. Martin? Of course I heard of George R.R. Martin. Talking about books kind of heavily influenced by Lord of the Rings, but Game of Thrones was another obsession of mine. We should buy you a gas mask against the perfume. That's true, I could read them with a gas mask. Actually, wait a minute, I saw somebody say something about, like, putting it in a bag. Hold on, let me see. Bridget, was that you? Somebody said put them in a plastic bag or something. I wanted to see if that was, like, a suggestion or, like, just being silly. I don't see it now. Oh, that's weird. Okay. The real devil, I keep seeing message, oh, it says retracted, not redacted. I'm not taking them, out, so I don't know if it's, like, YouTube. You're not using any, like, inappropriate language, so I don't know why YouTube would take them. Maybe you're doing it because you don't want to talk about it. Yeah, reading them in a gas mask, that just makes me really laugh. Oh gosh. Witchcraft, the occult books, I love those. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. I do tend to like dark books, but I don't know. Do you love the TV show Dark Shadows? I don't know what that is. And Bridget knows what it is, I think, too, but I don't know what that is. Anyway, this... I like disturbing true crime as well. I haven't been reading thrillers as much. I was really into true crime for a while, but I've been kind of reading so much more lately that this sounds like something I could pick up and maybe finish fast if the writing is good. It's a weird smell. Not bad, but weird. It's another sitting in the closet kind of smell. But it's not mothballs. It's almost a little floral. What is going on? Again, it kind of smells like the book warehouse, so maybe it just has been there for a while. Did I read the first sentence? Yeah, I did. He was sitting with a coffee. Alright, so this is a thriller. Maybe a little bit dark, which is fine with me. I'm fascinated by, like, forensic stuff. I want it to kind of be based in reality, though. Like, I don't want to, like, feel like I know forensic stuff that came from a book of fiction. But, I don't know. Oh, yeah, now I see it. It says, put in Ziploc bag in the freezer. Poke holes in the bag. For the book? Why? I'm curious what that does. Oh, yes, that was me again. Okay. Oh, correct. You're saying... Okay, I see. You would just type it again. Like, it's fine. Okay. Okay, the green one or the black one? What should I do? Alright. This one says stories as well. It's called We Should Never Meet. What did I just hear? Did I just hear the cat come in? No, I think it's my partner going to work. Okay, this is kind of short. The 8 linked stories that comprise... Where's the rest of that sentence? Amy Fan's... Amy Fan's... Is that the author? Yeah. Moving debut are inspired by Operation Baby Lift. The evacuation of thousands of orphans from Vietnam to America weeks before the fall of Saigon. Whoa. Okay, well that's why I picked it. I just forgot. Wow, so Vietnam refugees to America, orphans in particular. Wow, I would love to learn more about that. These are fiction stories. But it's like from the perspective of a culture that I know nothing about. So definitely up my alley here. And again, short stories. Leanne was fighting them again. Clawing at their arms, kicking her feet, pushing them away. Oh, maybe they didn't go for good reasons. Oh no, is this gonna make me really sad? Oh, are they gonna torture these kids? Like... Oh no. I might not be able to read this. This is looking like we have to call it SA on YouTube. I don't really like to say the words either. Are they killing her? What are they doing? Oh no! Something bad is happening to a child. Okay. It doesn't seem to be very long, but the writing is very weird. None of this seems to relate to itself. This is HOA page 83 in Delta. There's a little sticky. What does this smell like? Hold on. It smells like cologne that's not too overwhelming and it's faded for about 10 years. That's what it smells like. What year was this out? 2004, so more like 20 years. Alright. It's not bad. I don't love it. I also don't love how this started, and if that's going to be the tone of the book, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. But I'd love to, I don't, was that an actual, it had to have been an actual thing if they're like writing about it like that. I don't think that's made up. Maybe I'll just look up the event. Okay, sorry. Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe is epic. I got an app for the library. I could get books on my tablet to read. You could zoom in and out if it's small printing. Is that, are you talking about Libby? Because I just downloaded that, but I don't have a physical library card right now, so I couldn't, like, enter my information and use it. Okay, this one is all marked up. It looks like maybe refugee. Sorry, I didn't start with the title there. 3 different kids, 1 mission in common, escape. Oh, is this World War II? Wait. Oh, it's... Joseph is a Jewish boy living in 1930s Nazi Germany. Isabel is a Cuban girl in 1994. Mahmoud is a Syrian boy in 2015. All 3 kids go on harrowing journeys in search of refuge. Okay, this might be the book for me instead of this one. It's short stories about kids escaping, and those are all pretty harrowing. It's by Scholastic, though. It has British pounds on it instead of American dollars. And it kind of looks like young adult, you can't see it when I do that, like print, but there's a lot of underlining, and it's like kind of annoying because this kind of looks like it was maybe a book in a classroom, and it's well loved, but like they push so hard with the pencil underlining that it's like showing on the page behind it. This is very marked up. It kind of looks like a young person's writing as well. This smells like this one. This weird cologne-y smell. Okay, maybe the flippy smell is different than the book smell. This smells like, I don't know why this is different in my mind, but it smells like a young adult book. Does that make any sense? Sounds like a good book. Yeah, if you're talking about this one, I agree. Like this is really grabbing me. And if it's YA, it's gonna go fast too. I'm getting addicted to the feeling of like start the book, finish the book, like read as much as possible. I think this might be it. Yeah, kids get hurt. Evil book that hurts kids, pass. Yeah, I think I might just pass on this. I'm gonna put it, I don't really have great organization systems on my piles anymore, but I think I might look into this event just to see what it's talking about, but I didn't really like the writing style, and I didn't like how it opens. That's like, instead of being like, oh, what's next, I'm like, oh, do I want to read it? So maybe I'll just get rid of it. I mean, I have like at least 20 books here. I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think you better not. Okay, that's 2 votes plus me. That's like, maybe not. So I'll pass on that one. I don't know if it's a bad book, so maybe somebody will like it. So I'm gonna redonate it, but it's giving me the ick. My app is from the Elk Grove Library. Be careful who you tell where you live exactly. But you're in Illinois, okay. I'm only really comfortable saying I'm on the East Coast, like northern East Coast. So not in Illinois, but there's an app called Libby that links to your library, I think. Okay, I did do the it's a little Okay, I did talk about how this smells. Yeah, it smells like a young adult book. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, last 3, guys. Although I could tell you what I just bought. Let's do this first. I snagged 3 romances because I am no longer like a romance snob, because I got a free romance book from Goodreads and then loved it. It was so cute. It's called Ghost Business by Jen DeLuca. It was like clever and funny, and the romance was spicy, and like, not too spicy, but I really 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 liked it. And there's real ghosts in this. It's a ghost town, not a ghost town. It's a town that gives ghost tours with like haunted places, except there's actually ghosts. So it's like there's always a trope of like people being like, wait, they're real here? It's so fun. And it just made me realize that romance has value. And I mean, I was never against them before, but I would see those typical romance covers and be like, ugh, that's so corny. But then I read one and I was like, this is really not, like, this is really fun. So I picked up 3. Now, there are going to be awful romances in the world. I'm sure there's some that are very, very cheesy. In fact, I won a few Kindle books that were just pure smut and not even like good smut. But I want to look at these 3 and see if I regret picking them up. I don't know. My app is from, oh, you just said that. Okay. Did this update? Hold on a second. I want to make sure I'm not missing comments. Oh, the description of my, like my default description is on the live stream, but it's like not. I'm talking about my bird, and this is about books. Anyway, okay, so it's called Hello Summer, The View from Rain Shadow Bay. I just kind of liked that cover. And then The Bookstore of Amelia Island. So this is another, let's start with this one. Oh, it says book 3, Seven Sisters book 3. Life for widowed Grace Wingate Jenkins has been simple enough these past few years on Amelia Island, running a bookstore and raising a painfully shy toddler girl. Alright. I don't think I've read a, like, single parent romance yet. I'm just starting this genre. I mean, there's so many directions you could go in. But the Ghost Business one I was just talking about, it didn't matter that it was book 2. And from what little romance I've read, I did read a couple in the past. Like, usually the series doesn't really matter because they're focused on different characters in the location. I also, like, accidentally realized that I liked the small town romance atmosphere. I don't know why. It's really like, everybody has certain things that they like about it. I like the library when they give out free books you don't have to pay. Yeah, sometimes they do those unhauls. The food pantry, they give out free books. Awesome. Why is this? This is definitely not going to be YA, but it's got... You know what? I think romance just kind of has larger print. But they move so quickly. Okay, this is another good one. Smell-wise. It smells like modern book. But it doesn't have, like, that gluey smell that some modern books have. Like, it's not like glossy pages smell. And there's not glossy pages, but okay. Sniff tests, it passed. I'm not quite as worried about the book 3 situation. If the author has good writing, maybe I'll go back and try to find the others. Chapter 1. Raina, there's someone down here to see you. Says it's a surprise. Okay. Interesting. See, so like this one, I wanted to read the next sentence. That other one, I was like, oh. As the receptionist's words came through the landline she'd recently installed in her office at Wingate Properties, Raina practically leaped over her desk. Could it be Blake? Please, please let it be Blake Youngblood. Oh, God. The assistant who disappeared without a trace a month earlier. Okay. So far, the writing isn't, like, standing out as particularly clever, but it's also not cringe. So, and there's a bookstore in it. And I think it's a small town. It's an island. How big could it be? Okay. I might regret it, but I'm gonna hold on to that one. So we have two definite ones that I got rid of. That last one that gave me the ick, and the one that I thought was Louisa May Alcott and wasn't. Great. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the littler one, the beach setting. A beach bag classic. That's gonna be a summer read, isn't it? This book is brimming with small town drama and big time secrets, which keep the pages turning. Perfect. It's definitely a small town romance. Let's see. But the outsides are all smelling similar. I think there's like they were touching each other, but only for like a day. So let's get the. This is one that I'm gonna be sniffing as I read it. Yeah, it's a really nice, like, it's subtle, but it's that paper and ink smell that just classic paperback. This is kind of, it's not like a pocket paperback, but it's like easier to fit in your hands. I don't know how to explain that. There's a little bit, there's a lot of words on these little pages. Let's see, chapter 1. I hate these things. Oh wait, Conley Hawkins said, gazing toward the newsroom's glass-encased. Could I read, please? Glass-encased conference room where the rest of the staff was gathering. Stale sheet cake, lukewarm champagne, and tepid farewells. It's such a farce. At least a third of the people in the room don't even like me. I've said goodbye to the people I care about. Can't we just leave it at that? Okay. See, like, I think that's clever. It's not as funny as like the ghost business one was so far, but it's enough to want to keep me reading. And I mean, an introvert trying to leave a social gathering. Hello, that's like totally me. All right, this one's gonna be a keep and try as well. And then once you find, I've discovered that once I find a romance author that I like, I'll just read their backlist because like I trust, you know, going into that or buying one from that author. The Sin Eater's Daughter, Melinda Salisbury. That doesn't sound familiar at all. Alright, this was the last in the box. Colleen Coble, The View from Rain Shadow Bay, a Lavender Tides novel, so that's why this is all purple. Okay, I thought this was romance. Her photographs capture the beauty of Puget Sound. That's where all, like, the orca studies are. They're my favorite animal, and I've wanted to visit Puget Sound. It's in Washington State in the U.S. That's probably why I grabbed this. And the purple. I love purple. After her husband Jack dies in a climbing incident, Shauna has only her 5-year-old son and her helicopter charter business to live for. Okay. Every day is a struggle to make ends meet, and she lives in constant fear of losing even more than she already has. Oh, that's so heartbreaking and relatable. Totally relatable. Uh-oh. Is this a Christian fiction book? I'm not really into that. Well, we're gonna find out at some point. The dedication is making me go, huh? First sentence of the prologue: the wind blew her long black hair across her face and obscured her vision as she ran through the lavender fields, the sweet aroma mixing with her perspiration. Panic threatened to overtake her, but she had to push it back, push on. He would catch her if she wasn't smart and focused. We have another, like, running away from the bad guy thing? Oh my gosh. Yet the crash of Puget Sound waves pounding the rocks in the distance grounded her. If she headed for the water, she'd find people. He wouldn't dare kill her in front of witnesses. What is this book? What? That one is... Oh. You redacted it. I don't know. I don't know what you said. Sorry. I'm like on a little bit of a delay. This one smells weird. Okay. It just kind of smells. Sorry if you're hearing that. It's my alarm. It's my bedtime, but oh well. It just kind of smells like paper, but not like a book. Just paper. I guess she's not really running through them right there and that, but Puget Sound, yes. I guess it's a murder mystery. Maybe it's a thriller. I don't know. It just says fiction. I thought it was a romance. Maybe it's definitely not. It looks like a romance cover, doesn't it? But I don't think it is now. Suspense. Okay. I like that anyway. I just grabbed it for a totally different reason. Why did I think this was romance? I don't know. Yeah, just paper. I don't know. So, okay. So, I really only got rid of 2 for sure. I'm thinking I'm going to return this Murakami one. If you're just joining, I've been through... Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 books. 23 books total. I got rid of 2. So that's 21 books. I think I'm going to pass on this one too. It just didn't grab me. I know I didn't really give it a full chance, but let me see. Bridget's laughing again. I love it. The orca, and she loves those. Nice. Orca are killer whales are my favorite. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on this one because I just don't care. So why? Like why? And I have so many that I want to like try, including this one, the Brandon Sanderson. I'm gonna Google Brian Sanderson. Why did I think Brian Sanderson? For real. Who is Brian Sanderson? It took me to a Brandon Sanderson page. I guess I'm not the first person to make that mistake. Everything just took me right to Brandon Sanderson. That's so funny. I could have sworn. Who is he? I'm trying to find out. It won't even let me search Brian Sanderson. It just goes to Brandon Sanderson. Okay, there is an author called Brian Sanderson, but that is not... I had to like put it in quotes in Google to try and get it. Okay, it's definitely not... Oh, gosh. I've just been watching a lot of BookTube recommend this author. Anyway, well... You know, Mistborn, though, is so iconic that maybe I shouldn't start here in case I spoil something. What is Mistborn about? Okay, I gotta look that up, because I might be getting rid of this one, too. I don't know. Mistborn 1, definitely Brandon Sanderson. Sounds like it'll keep you on the edge. Yeah, the purple one, absolutely. So this is a keep, at least for now. What if the whole world were a dead, blasted wasteland, Mistborn? For a thousand years, the ash. I'm reading from Goodreads. The ash fell and no flowers bloomed. For 1,000 years, the Ska, S-K-A-A, slaved in misery and lived in fear. And then, okay, there's a whole bunch of fantasy words. Does this look like a fantasy in, like, an apocalyptic world? don't get it. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Ugh. Alright, so that's 4 I'm letting go. So what was that, 20 then I kept? 21 if you include the Sudoku book. Oh gosh. Okay, I'll do a quick wrap up. Should I show you the books that I bought? I kind of want to do that because I don't want to get off yet. I don't know. I don't want to open... This is the Goodreads giveaway that I got. I don't want to open it because I've been doing those individually and posting shorts about that. So I'm not going to do that one, but let me show you what I bought. She should get a walk-in closet for all her books. I want a whole room. A whole room. I have them in every room. I mean, right here, you can't see them, but 1, 2, 3, 4 bookcases just in this room. And this one goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's narrow, though, this one. I mean, they're everywhere. I try to have my nonfiction downstairs and my fiction up, like, in the bedroom areas. I don't know why. That just kind of accidentally happens. I did have a mini book haul. Did I post that yet? I've been posting my reading every day in September. So, I haven't been necessarily posting the unboxings or hauls. But this is a massive haul. But I bought these before I got this box of books, and I realized, okay, I need to stop buying them because clearly I don't need more. I just don't have the new books. The Kindle thing will help me, but I bought 4. There's other stuff in here too. Dan Brown, I mentioned this earlier, but he is like my comfort author, my guilty pleasure comfort author, and he just came out with another Robert Langdon one, Secret of Secrets. Da Vinci Code made me fall in love with him like many others, but I have read all of his books. Some are crap, some are not. They're all... The Robert Langdon ones are interesting because I feel like he does a lot of research for them. However, the last one, called Origin, I couldn't wait for it to be over. But I bought it on Amazon because it was cheaper there. I have no idea what secrets he's talking about, but Free Willy the movie, yeah. I mean, that's what made me fall in love with orcas, I think. It was that movie. I was a teenager when it came out, and I just would watch it on repeat on VHS. Alright, this is brand new, but I have to do the same thing, right? On my Goodreads, which if you haven't heard me say it, is called The Lady Anna, I have a best smellers tag. This is going to be one of them. Oh, smells like new book. It's not glossy pages, but they're glossier than those paperbacks I had. So it's a little bit like not just paper and ink, but paper, ink, and glue. Actually, I'm kind of... I think I'm going to be sniffing it the whole time I'm reading it. I'm going to be picking this up soon. They usually go quick, and I just can't help myself. I just... Yeah, I had to. I have all of his books, too. So again, these 4 are ones that I bought. Yes. Sorry. I just got, like, totally dissociated for a minute. Not really, yes. Wait, what are you talking about, Bridget? I'll try to wait for you to... I want to know which one you're talking about. Not really, yes. I need to read your comments in real time. The jury said show the book that... Thank you. Yeah. That was the first one I bought. It wasn't the first one I bought, actually, but it was the first in this group of 4. Alright, you might like this one, Real Devil. This is a middle grade series, but it's called Wings of Fire. And there's a channel on YouTube called Snake Discovery that's very family friendly, and all about reptiles. They have a reptile zoo, and the owner talks about this book being her favorite, this series being her favorite. And she talks about the characters in it a lot, and I'd never read it. So I saw it featured in a Barnes & Noble, and I was like, I have to pick this up, because I completely forgot how badly I wanted it. And because this is middle grade, so it's younger than YA, technically. That's supposed to be anyway. There's a million in this series, but oh gosh, yeah, this is a very, very newspapery smell. I didn't read the first sentence in that Dan Brown book. I'm gonna do that in a second. But I can't wait to read this. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of dragons in here. Like, pictures of them. Let's find chapter 1. This is just gonna be a fun read. Clay didn't think he was the right dragon for the big heroic destiny. What does that mean? Is Clay the name of a dragon? Are the dragons the main characters? Are these all about dragons? Dragonettes. They're calling baby dragons dragonettes? Wait. Maybe there's not even humans in this. Okay. Tom Hanks, Da Vinci Code, The Infernal Angels and Demons. I love that movie. Yeah, Da Vinci Code was one of the best movies out there. It's a comfort movie for me too. I've watched the movie far more than read the Da Vinci Code book. I think I've read it twice. Mostly because Paul Bettany's in it. Even though he plays a bad guy. Like, is he really the bad guy though? Paul Bettany's character, Silas, is more of a morally gray character in the book, I feel like. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but yeah, maybe, nice. Maybe these are, like, this has got me so excited to read, and I have to go to bed and, like, actually sleep since for this. Let me do that real quick. It makes me want to do this for, like, all of my books. I'm just having so much fun. Okay, I'm gonna read this because I know how his books go. All that's on this page is just says fact. All artwork, artifacts, symbols, and documents in this novel are real. Oh, okay, I thought this was part of the book. All experiments, technologies, and scientific results are true to life. All organizations in this novel exist. Oh my gosh, what is this based on? Prologue, I must have died, the woman thought. They're in Prague. She's a Dr. Brigitte Gessner is a neurologist. Okay. Neuroscientist, sorry. This is a prologue. So they all have a similar format. There's a woman. It's not a romance. Like, there's a kind of. It's not. It can be a love interest, but it's not always. I don't know how to explain that better. Chapter 1, Robert Langdon awoke peacefully, enjoying the gentle strains of classical music from his phone's alarm on the bedside table. Oh, it's just such a comfort, like, character arc for me. I hope this one's good. I hope it's better than Origins, because I hated that one. Okay, and then Wings of Fire, and then 2 more that I bought. I'll recap kind of quick, because I really should go to bed, but I appreciate you all so much. Hold on a second, why can't I read this now? I'll tell you what, probably be jealous. I worked at a Blockbuster, awesome! I loved Blockbuster, we had one up the street. I loved going in there and just, like, looking at the movies. Barnes & Noble, I haven't been in one in a really long time because I've been picking up all these free books. But then these new ones just grabbed me. This one I bought, so Jen DeLuca is the one that wrote Ghost Business that I talked about earlier. And she only has 2 series out, the Ghost Business one and the first one in that series. And then the other one, I'm reading the first book in right now. This is the second book I bought already. I love it. it's a romance. It's pretty spicy, based in a Renaissance festival. I love it. I love it. I used to work. How I got into some of the animal training, I won't go fully into it right now, but I'm a falconer. I started in a like Renaissance style kind of job. Um, and luckily it's bringing back the good memories of the Renaissance stuff instead of the bad memories that did also happen there. I was there for like almost 8 years. So this is book 2 in it. I don't know which characters it's going to pick up with, but talk about a funny, adorable, like not adorable so much, but like just really clever, cute romance with a lot of humor in it. I really like her writing style, and I'm reading 1 and I've read 2. So of the 3, it would be hard for me to pick which is my favorite between Ghost Business and the first one in the series is called Well Met, and this is Well Played. There's 4 in it so far, and I'm going to eventually get them all. And then the last one I bought is called Heavenly Bodies. It's all over BookTube, and they had a lot of the new fantasy stuff out on a table, and I recognized a lot of the titles. And I did what I'm doing right now. I flipped, to the first chapter, and if it grabbed me, I, was more interested in getting it. And this is the one that grabbed me the most. Oh, you've read it. The dragons are the main characters? Barnes & Noble, the last book. I'm not sure. Barnes & Noble, I hope said it right. I love that place. Yeah. It is Barnes & Noble. You said it right. Yeah. How to Train Your Dragon. Good movie. I haven't watched the new one, and is that a book? I don't know. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon is a good movie about dragons. We saw that in the theater, which we haven't done in a long time, and I loved it, the cartoon. No humans at all. Wow, I don't think I've read a dragon book without, like, dragon riders or dragon slayers or dragon something, so that's amazing. So yeah, there's a lot of fantasy series that I still do want to try, but I couldn't buy them all. Contrary to what I'm showing here. Although I've only purchased 4 of these, and I have, like 20 for free, so that's fine. I didn't smell test Well Played. It just smells like paper and ink. It's pretty standard. First sentence says, it all started with a necklace. I don't want to know who it's about yet, because I'm still reading the first one. But this, I think it's a fantasy romance. Oh, it was a TikTok sensation. I don't know, I'm not on BookTok much, although I'm posting my September reads on there. Let me see what he says. I feel bad for Magneto and Da Vinci Code Gandalf the Grey in that movie. That's like 3 different movies. What are you talking about? I'm confused. A scorching romance. Okay, maybe this is a romantasy then? Which is what ACOTAR was, which I loved. Okay. It looks like, okay, so, I mean, Heavenly Bodies, it's gonna be about, like, astrological whatever. I think that's a star chart for, like, horoscope stuff, but it doesn't look... It looks either, like, Old English kind of names, or Old Latin names, maybe, or made up, I'm not sure. Chapter 1, Alara Belrev, these names in these fantasy books, man, had been able to walk through dreams for as long as she could remember. Okay, yeah, this is a me book. Some were Stygian, black, and jagged nightmares. I think Stygian is how you'd say that. There's a music scale called, is it Stygian? Stygian? This is Stygian. Stygian. Sorry. Others were sherbet painted and cloud filled, the daydreams of the innocent. She can walk through dreams. Oh my gosh. Okay. In a world ruled by the cruel and merciless stars, so they must be like some type of gods, or like maybe it's a different race or something. Alara has been cursed by fate. A prophecy promises she will fall for a star, but that it will kill them both Whoa. Okay, I like the first sentence. I like the back. It does say romantasy. Okay, after the TikTok thing, which I got, you recognize this one? Yeah, it's new. Is it 2025 new? How new is it? Mm-hmm. 2022. I don't know, people are talking about it right now. A runaway TikTok sensation, which I didn't know. Heavenly Bodies is the first book in a dazzling new romantasy series. Yes. That blends Greek mythology and shadow magic with a tantalizing enemies to lovers romance. That's the first time I will have read that. That will rewrite the stars. That has been a controversial category because if you label it enemies to lovers, you kind of know what's going to happen. So, and I kind of agree that that kind of sucks. However, most romance, with my brief, knowledge of them, you kind of know who the characters that get together are going to be. Although I do have to say, the second one in the ACOTAR series, which is now one of my favorite books of all time, I didn't see that coming. I should have seen that coming, but I didn't. And when it did, let's just say it came. Oh, God. Okay, anyway, no spoilers. No spoilers. I love Renaissance fairs and medieval times dinner jousting. Yeah, that's fun too. I'll be working at medieval times. I'm just waiting for someone to call me back. What department are you gonna work in? Okay, so yeah, sniff test. Another just like new newspapery smell, and I love it. Oh, I just threw a book across the room. Hold on a second. Alright, so those were the 4 I bought. And I'm glad I bought them. I don't regret this at all. I read like 100 pages of the first Renaissance romance one today, and I'm like probably gonna finish it tomorrow. I just couldn't stop reading it. And again, they read kind of fast, which is just nice sometimes to be entertained by it. Dante's Inferno and Don Quixote. Haven't read Don Quixote. Dante's Inferno and Milton's Paradise Lost I am obsessed with. I know I just mentioned a bunch of stuff that I said that about, but it's like Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, but not the book, and Dante. I'm just fascinated by how many levels of creativity went into that Inferno book in particular. It's part of the Divine Comedy, so there's the 3 parts to it, but oh my god, I've studied that on my own, like not through school or anything. Dreamcatcher book. Oh, wait a minute. Sun and the Moon. Not sure what you mean, Devil. Dreamcatcher book. Did I have a Dreamcatcher book? Oh, the Heavenly Bodies one? Maybe. It had like the webby chart thing. Okay. So, the romance that I thought was a thriller. The thriller that I thought was a romance. I'm getting tired. Keep. This one, I think, was just adorable. Was this the Puget Sound one, though? Wait. I already forget what this is about. But it was like small town, and it was clever when I previewed it. This one was the Puget Sound one with the bookstore. Wait, no, which one was the Puget Sound one? Hold on. I know it was one of these. Right? Wait a minute. This is Amelia Island, which is probably made up. What am I missing? Where is it? Maybe it wasn't on the back. It was this one. Yeah, she talks about it in the beginning. Yeah, Puget Sound was this one. This one's throwing me for a loop, huh? Alright. And then this one was adorable. This one was short stories about 3 refugees, and I'm fascinated already. It's probably going to be a statement in how, like, refugees have had to, especially young refugees, have had a similar experience all the way back to the first one is World War II. So this might be pretty heavy, kind of disguised, you know. Oh, this was the possible school book one. I've never read this in school. I don't know what that is. That's a keeper. Yep. I worked at a movie theater, the Classic Cinema. I was an usher. They don't have those anymore. Yeah, I guess they don't, do they? They still have people that work there that will, like, show you in if it's, like, a reserved seating kind of, like, premiere or something, but, yeah, you're right. Dragonheart, yes, Sean Connery. I forget that you're my age. I've seen them all, they're fantastic talking dragons. Yeah, I remember when, British laughing again. I'm laughing too. Yeah, Dragonheart, I remember when that was like the cutting edge technology, and I went back and recently looked at it after like watching the Game of Thrones dragons. I was mortified. I was like, this is so cheesy. But we thought it was like, you know, the best at the time, and I guess it was. Sudoku book. I'm not gonna read the first chapter or do a sniff test. The God of Small Things. I think this was the one based in India. Yes, at least I remembered something about it. The horribly smelling, perfumey Elizabeth Taylor one. With the best cover of all of them, I think. Oh, should I try it again? Nope. 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 Oh, I love this cover. Should I just rip the cover off? Ah! Oh, I see where you're going with that. Yes. Yes, Magneto, Gandalf. I see exactly where you're going with this. You're right. Yeah, Magneto, Gandalf, and he was Lee Teabing in the Da Vinci Code. Yeah, Ian McKellen, one of the most awesome people on the planet, I think. Is Ian McKellen. Yeah, Sir Ian McKellen. I love him. I love him, and he will always be Gandalf in my mind. Raven Black, a thriller. I think this is like one of the first ones we looked at. Just a thriller. I don't know how how quickly I'm gonna get to these thrillers, but they're free. All I have to do is find room for them. Caged was the really dark thriller that I'm probably gonna read first. Elephant Walk, the old book that I still couldn't figure out what it's about, but it's got elephants in it. Jasper Ford, The Last Dragon Slayer. Did we ever find out what this actually is about? Magic that was... Oh, okay, this was like the potential for like saving the world's last dragon or something, so that's awesome. Yeah. Ursula Le Guin, that had a fascinating concept, and I've been wanting to read her for ages. House of the Cerulean Sea, which is newish. And another fantasy, or is it another romantasy? I think it's an LGBTQ romance, possible romantasy. Awesome. Awesome. I need to read more inclusive stuff. Like, my reading, I've been mood reading, but it's been very, like, not very diverse. That's on me. Secret of Lost Things, this was a book within a book within a book. Can't wait. Theft was short stories from different perspectives. And it wasn't the icky one. The Deep Sky was the, were they frozen people in space? That Across the Universe book that I mentioned was like they were frozen in space, or most of them were frozen in space. But this is a, yeah, have to leave Earth, people in space thing. Oh, my battery's dying. Hold on, just last a little longer. Just last a little longer. Let me see if I can plug it in. It's at 15%. I love Shadow Magic, my favorite. Is that a book? So, you know, like, this, some of these I'm like, now that I've looked at some of the other ones. This is a romance of some kind. but it's also... Oh no, it's a billionaire romance. Okay, no, I can't say that. I can't say that. I haven't read a billionaire romance. I don't know how there's so many billionaires to fill up this billionaire romance book, because I've seen a lot of them. But I haven't read one so far, so I'm not going to judge it. I'm going to keep an open mind. Blood of Elves, The Witcher, just to have, really, in the background. Anna and Annie, I'm the Lady Anna, so I had to get that. And then this chonker from, it's Jade. Jade is in the titles of all of them, but it's the, what's the name of the series? Greenbone Saga? Oh, because Jade is green. Yeah, that makes sense. So I really want to see if I'm going to like this. It risks things being spoiled. And right now I haven't even talked about what I'm actually reading, but other than that romance one, there's a lot of romance today. I don't know what's going on. Department, I'd probably be in the shop of Medieval Times by the Register. Yeah, the gift shop stuff. That's a good place to start, like, for sure. Like, if you get a foot in the door there, like, you can kind of move up to other roles as they become available. You're very good at sword fighting. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome. I think, appreciate you laughing about the billionaire romance, because, like, totally. Oh yeah, so I read ACOTAR by Sarah J. Maas, and then I went into her, I want to read all the backlist stuff. I went into Throne of Glass, which is 8 books, and I bought them, which is another reason I'm like, stop buying books. But I accidentally spoiled it for myself, twice, actually, and I'm like, I want to get through that because I don't want any more things spoiled for me, and I love the author, though I don't like the series as much as ACOTAR. However, it kind of was young adulty in the beginning, first 4, and now I think, like, the characters are kind of, like, they were always adults, but now it's kind of getting more adult in the series. But I've got, look at this is the last Throne of Glass book. It's 1,000 pages, which I didn't know. And I'm in the 5th one. This is the 8th one. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but I'm also trying to remember who all these people are. So I get a, quick romance or, like, thriller or YA, and I'm just like, boom, it's done. I'm gonna have to go back and watch all my sniff tests. Anyway, yeah, like 20 books. I've bought more lately and I need to stop, so, I'd like to go to the book place more and take things back. I may try to unhaul. I've unhauled a few things. Like the Jackson X movie. Jackson Times? Oh, you took it back. Okay. Oh, I think you were talking about Throne of Glass. I don't know what that meant though. Anyway, what else do I want to say? Yeah, I do need to unhaul because at this point in my life, I am not going to read I think there's like 1,400 books in my collection that I haven't read, plus all of these. That's a lot. I've only read 4 books in the Dune series, and there's 23. I have, most of those I did not buy. I found them in the book place, but I go through very different reading moods, so it's like, if there's a possibility, I'm gonna read it, especially if it was free. Well, if it was bought, I tend to keep. But most of them I haven't bought in my collection I'm talking about now. So I'd like to do an unhaul, but the books are scattered all around that I don't know how I would film it. But I need to I'd like to get rid of at least 20 so I can put these in, although I don't know if I'm eventually gonna keep them all. And I have some weird things on the shelves but every single one I know why I picked it. Rip the cover off souvenir for that book with the horse on it. I'm kind of about to because, man, that smells awful. I'll try to, like, leave it out somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it'll dissipate, but I doubt it because it's been, I don't know. It's held on to that perfume from whoever it came from. Yeah, God, I have a lot of books to read, and that's why I'm like, if it's a quick one, then let's go. But I don't want to read so many that I'm like forgetting what happens. It's gonna happen eventually, but I want to read more Toni Morrison. I'm looking at my shelves right now. I used to be in like a philosophy era of my life, and I don't think I am right now. I still have a lot of true crime. Oh my goodness. I need to stop rereading. Oh my gosh. Okay. The Real Devil and Bridget the Godmother, thank you so much for sticking with me through this whole thing. That's amazing. And favorite actor, Sir Christopher Lee. Yeah, what another icon he was. He was obsessed with reading Lord of the Rings, apparently. He read it every year. And then he got to play Saruman, and I'm so happy about that. Probably gonna have to pack these back in the box, but maybe I'll take those two weird... What was the other weird smelling one? I don't know. But thank you guys who have been here this whole time. I absolutely loved chatting with you. It sounds like we had a lot in common. If you want to watch other videos I have, I mean, all my lives are on here. I don't know if I did a book live. I don't know. I'd love to read you in the comments. Is what I'm trying to get at. Like, I'd love to keep the conversation going. And if do either of you have like channels that you're developing? I mean, I guess I could click on your stuff, but Little Shop of Horror. You know what? I've never seen that, and I'm embarrassed to say that. Clue, the movie, yes. Did you know Tim Curry has like a biography or autobiography out right now? Or soon? I am totally gonna read that. I don't know if I can click on your names actually, but I will see if either of you have your own channels. I will, like, some people have a channel but don't post anything, but if you guys are actually a content channel, then I will subscribe to you as well. So I really need to go. I don't want to. No, I want to read, but what do I read? I don't know. I have to wrap this up. Because I have to go to work early tomorrow. I will bring a book or two with me to work. I think I might not. I think I need to read like something that grabs my that holds my attention and goes at a quicker pace, instead of the Throne of Glass stuff being the priority. If I'd liked it as much as ACOTAR, man, I would have been through it already, even though it's like 8 books over 500 pages each on that one chonker that I showed you. Jason X, you've mentioned that before. A Last Unicorn I loved. Yes, I love. The book for that is amazing. The Last Unicorn. I want to read more by that author. Jason X, what am I missing? Oh, okay, the horror movies. Yeah, I recognize the Jason character. Okay. 2001 slasher film. Okay. Friday the 13th. That's what I was trying to remember. That's what I thought you were talking about, but I wasn't sure. Pirates of the Caribbean, epic. Oh, okay, I see you, Bridget. Have you ever seen the cartoon movie The Last... You know what? Did I finish that movie? I read the book, and I think I started watching it. I need to watch it again. It's so beautiful. You know, the still shots from Last Unicorn are so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I need to sign this off. I've been signing this off for ages. I thanked you for chatting with me, and I appreciate that. Toni Morrison is... Beloved by Toni Morrison broke my brain. I've read 3 books by her. Maybe I should try to read another one by her this year. I've read Sula, Beloved, and one just called A Mercy. And that one you have to read to the end to understand it and put it in context. And when you get to the end, you're going to want to go back and reread it. It goes quickly. And it just blew me away when I figured out what it was really about. Big Trouble and Little China movie, Eddie Murphy, The Gold. I don't think I've seen any of those, although I know roughly what you're talking about. Feel free to leave more comments on this once I finally get offline. I really have to go to bed. Oh, I enjoyed you guys too. Yeah, thank you for being here. Yay, I love this. See, I really want to grow the channel and, like, grow an audience and, like, meet people that have similar interests and stuff. And I really shouldn't do a book haul of 20 books, like, regularly. Maybe what I'll do for the unhaul is just pick them and then do, like, I don't know if I'll do a live or what, but maybe I'll just do a video once I've got them off the shelves. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. It's great talking to you. If you're here in the future, please leave comments, answer any of the questions like everybody had during this live. And I have to go. I'm so sorry. Bridget, I mean it too. Thank you so much for, like, staying and commenting. I loved it. I loved this live very, very much. That's why I don't want to go. I still have to clean up, though. I have to clean up all these books off the floor. So I already posted my reading for today. I will do that through the end of September. I will do book hauls, and, like, my little book hauls, you guys already saw, so you got a sneak preview of what I bought there. I will continue to do unboxings as long as Goodreads sends me stuff. And it's okay, I'm guilty buying movies, guilty pleasure, yeah. Especially at the antique shops, Goodwill savers. What time Tuesday? So I don't have a video for Tuesday. Usually I just post videos at around 3 p.m.